ceremonial name marking lang ka ninyo. So, basically pa, tuon mo sa front, picture lang with your name and your base sa inyong nameplate, and then taod na, smile ka taod, papilit, and the next person.
Dahil mo na din sa nameplate, wala.
Kasi ang katuhan sa bigger space, ma'am.
What? Before exam?
What na ako daan, ma'am?
Before exam.
Before exam.
Sakit nila ito kung lang.
Pag ako man sa result nung ilantan ko.
Ginaw ako.
Wow, may radyo doon, may pa-support. Gusto lang po si Kasli. Wow. Uno ka itong tuloy. May pa-support na lang. Hindi ko pa-support. More question man. Kung sa may question niya, kani siya kay murag if sa iyo murag mahuman, kasi mo ko sila question. Mabasa na.
Kung sa mga pala, tayo, kasi mo itong baka na, puli-puli.
Wala pa minat. Wala pa minat ko talaga. Kina sila.
Pag-answer sa questions ba, by turn, ano sa mani? Tanad daw. Tanad daw.
Kung nasa naguro mo na.
No, kasi mag...
Depende kung kasi ganahan mo na sila na.
Ay, di na akong story.
Buting, mo na sila magpatatanan.
Magpasa-pasa yung tayo naman.
Pwede na rin naman kay Dool. Kay Dool man ma'am, Dool.
Okay, teacher. Speaker.
Ito ang boto ko siya.
Ranges. Ay, si Noel, oh. Si City Walter, mo ka, diba?
Wala po nakaliply na.
Iya.
Picture daw.
Si Concha, do you know first brings
Another yung magyapon.
Ikaw, i-contact na ka sa inyo, Kwan. Sa inyong lugar.
Wala yun, hindi ka sa mga, hindi ko kita. Hindi mo, hindi ko ako mga reply. Okay, phone. Kinar mo?
Sige na sa lingon, no? Saan mo sila? Utak na.
Ikaw na ni sir, dalam tayo ganun na.
Oo.
Sige sa buntag, no?
Wala doon.
Ano, tip, mga tips naman yun.
Gana ako mo sir ganyan ba English ba ya? May kukur Bisaya, no Bisaya sa lain kayo. Radio Agila, DYF, DYF.
Si Tapo mo doon na PTV.
Na MPTV. Kasi ako.
Isa. Wa.
All of you ba nag-stay? I mean, in a boarding house? Ikaw dili.
Sa balay.
Kamu doon? How about you, Dams? As in so on. So you did not join with your classmates? So not only the
Ilan man ko mo sa inyo?
Sama sir, ay ma'am tayo. Tulo mi kabo. Wala kay kunang kuan og daghan kayo para makatulong. Kasi na pala mo kasi sila daghan.
14 mi sa kay.
14?
10 ang nagbayad diya pero ang upat kay murag ampon ang usa mga adto sa.
Lain-lain yung o ano ko pa abi na mga playa pa sa mining at sila niya sa ilikod sila tanan sila na 15 na lang sa ilikod.
Although in the last week, nag-house naman ko lang. 1 week lang.
For 2 days before.
At 2 days?
Before. Yeah. 2 days before. Bali 4 days. Including board exam.
So, sa Crown Agency ka.
Diyan sila. Kamag-anan.
Dili mo tay parang shield. Len shield na.
Magluta po gano'n yan. Kung ay nanin si White. Black shoes na lang tapos. Wala yung black shoes.
So, nabasa na kan? Wala na ba yung naka-specific?
So, yun. Ibu pa siya. Hindi ba naman masok?
English. Sa interviewer lang gusto nila. Sa iya ka mo na. Di sa camera.
Class.
Ito ko yun. Hindi sa podcast. Hindi sa interview. Glass ka naman yun. Pero, murag may camera daw. Learn na presentation.
Local lang.
Top of the morning, everyone. This is Ian and Yes, and you are watching us live from the CIT University College Library. And today, we are very privileged to have with us our 4 top-notchers from the August 2019 Mechanical Licensure Examination. Yes, you heard that right. Last Saturday, the PRC has announced the results for the said exam, and we are very proud to announce that as the home of top-notchers and first placers, we are able to produce 4 out of the 10 best performing examinees. And we have the top one as the King of Engineers of CIT University for 2019. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the men of this hour, right? So are you guys okay? Murag, yeah, so are you okay? Do you feel intense? Do you feel pressured? You can use the microphone, it's on the sofa. Yes. Are you fine? Are you okay? Okay, so let's introduce them. First, we have the top 10. We have Engineer Damasino Sarte Jr. Next, we have the top 3. We have Engineer Noel Christian de la Serna. Here we have. Next, we have the top, he was the top 7, I'm very sorry. Next, we have the top 3, Engineer Reginald Luther Sinay. And of course, we have our very own top 1. We have Engineer Lester Toledo. Let's give them a big round of applause. There you have it. And of course, we also have the chair of the Mechanical Engineering Department. We have Engineer Roberto Basse. And of course, the Dean of the College of Engineering and Architecture, Dr. Evangeline Evangelista. Let's give them another big round of applause. They do deserve that big round of applause, right? And also today, we also have our friends from the media. We have the PTV, we have the Cebu Daily News, and the ABS-CBN. And of course, we also have our very own Technologian Student Press. Okay, so how are you guys doing? There's the microphone. Yes. Let's start with Engineer Damasino. How are you doing, sir?
I'm a little bit tense, somewhat like that.
You're a little bit tense. Yes, it's normal. I felt nervous a while ago too, but we can work on with that. Let's just wait for the pressure to decrease a little bit, okay? Okay, Engineer De La Serna, how are you feeling today?
A little overwhelmed.
A little overwhelmed, yes, of course. We have Engineer Luther. How are you feeling today?
A little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous too. Okay, it's okay to be nervous. Just feel free to be nervous. It's okay. It's really fine. And we have Engineer Lester. How are you feeling today, sir?
We feel great and grateful at the same time, ma'am.
Okay, he feels great and grateful. How about our chair and our dean? How are you doing, Engineer Basse, today?
I'm very thankful.
Very thankful, of course. How about Dr. Evangeline?
I'm very proud of the performance of our examinees.
Yes, of course. We produced 4, not just 1, not just 2, but produced 4 top-notchers, right? So are you ready to answer the questions from our friends from the media? You okay?
Yes.
It's okay. Just feel relaxed. Just loosen up. It's fine. It's okay. Okay, but before that, let's first have our warm-up questions, okay? So this is a question for everyone, for the top-notchers. And this is a general question, and I think we would like to start to answer from Engineer Damasino. My question is, what was your initial reaction when you found out about the result?
Obviously, after the announcement, it was around 12:30 a.m. I was very happy and overwhelmed with the result that I found my name in the top-notchers list of the top-notchers.
That's great, Bob. It's amazing. How about Engineer De La Serna? What was your initial thought when you found out about the result?
Basically, I was just watching videos in my room. Then suddenly someone texted me, congratulations. So I went on to search in the internet the results, but there were no results. So I went out to find a stronger signal with my hands trembling because somebody said that there were 4 top-notchers. So when I found out, I immediately went to my parents and said that I got in the top. I was in the top 10. So yeah.
Wow, I'm sure your parents are very proud of you too. Next, we have Engineer Sinay. How did you feel? What was your initial thoughts?
My housemates woke me up and
Bahay ni Kuya? Bahay ni Kuya.
Bahay ni Kuya. My housemates woke me up and told me about the good news, but I was more worried about my housemates. I asked them if we got all of us passed, if all of us passed. So when they said yes, then there I felt the joy.
That's really a great feeling when you know that you passed the board exam, right? Next, we have Engineer Lester. How did you feel? What was your initial thoughts?
Actually, ma'am, I really got out of momentum. Kay, we were already waiting already Thursday night because we were expecting it to be released after 3 working days. So at that night on Friday, we were at IT Park. We were there at around 9. We were waiting for the results, and we got tired. So we really lost that momentum. So we went home. I went home. Then it was only just by passing by the house of our colleague, also one of the examinees. Her mother hugged me instantly when he saw me on the street and said, I was part of the top-notchers and I was the top one. So I was sleepy at that time. I was very exhausted because I waited from 9 until around 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was really overwhelming, and I was really surprised and thankful at the same time.
You were sleepy, so I think that became your morning call, wake-up morning call. So did you feel alert at that time after hearing that you're the top one?
Yes, ma'am. We did not really get any sleep at all because we were filled with many messages, calls, and texts. we were really overwhelmed by the results.
Wow, that's really great. So I would like to ask this question also to Dr. Evangeline. Dr. Evangeline, what was your feeling? How did you feel when you heard that 4 top-notchers came in?
Actually, the same as the examinees, starting on August 29. I was already facing always the computer. Then it will say, we will release the results, because I was really expecting of this group. Because this group also includes the second batch of our DOST scholars. No? And also, this batch also have 7 honor students of the mechanical engineering department, and we have the king of engineers, the summa cum laude. He was the highest of all the graduating students of March 2019. So I was really, if you ask me if I really expect, I was really expecting. I was even expecting more than 4. Okay, because of this batch, 4 of the honor students were DOST scholars. And if you are a DOST scholar, starting from your first year, we are really very expecting you really to perform well. No? And also, although Lester was not a DOST scholar, but he was our king of engineers, and he was a summa cum laude. So we were really expecting, when I always check the PRC license to release, I did not check on how many passed. I always check on the top 10, because I was really expecting. So that's the first thing that I always look at if the MA board exam on August is already released. I don't look at the others. I always look at the top 10. And I did not really, I was not the one really who knew because of them from the internet, because the same as them, I was always checking at home with my but I was at 12 o'clock, I already was tired like them, so I slept. And then it was early morning at 3 a.m. when Dr. Pacanya texted me that he heard from Bumbo Radio that we landed 4 from Cebu. And no, the joy was that we have 4 and we have the top 1, 3, and the other joy is that I was very much concerned of our DOST scholars. And I'm very happy to say that all of the 15 second batch who took the board exam, all of them, the 15 of them passed, and we have 2 out of the 15 landed in the top 10 places.
That is really amazing. So
And that
these
is the-
gentlemen here really did meet your expectations, right?
More.
More than your expectations. That's really a great testimony from Dr. Evangeline. She's really, really proud of you. So are you feeling okay right now? Do you feel relaxed? You're okay now? Okay. So this question is for Sir Base. How did you feel when you learned that the top one and the 3 other top-notchers are from your department?
Most of the time, I'm more on a conservative side when it comes to estimate as to how many were top-notch we're going to produce. During the review classes, actually I was monitoring them when it comes to their performance on the weekly examination, even in the pre-board. So looking at the data, I was only expecting, actually, to be honest, only 2 at the time because of the performance, consistency. And it was actually my prayer that by this time there should be board top-notchers. And God is so good. I mean, He's very good. I only asked actually for 2, but He gave me 4.
He
Just
doubled
imagine
the,
that. Yes,
he doubled the
it.
number.
Oh, you know what? In our department, we don't actually train our students to, to really prepare them for board examinations and top. They can attest to that. All of them go through the same process with the other students, even if you are cream of the crop. So they also underwent experiences in the laboratory, did all research projects. You know what? In the senior year, most of their time, probably 50% of their time, were spent for a research project. Just in that. And there's no time for review, preparation for the board examination in order to top. That only tells us that these students are really good. I mean, they're really good. So they were able to make it to the top, and we produced 4, and they only prepared for a few months for that examination. Just imagine that one. So that's why I said, when companies, when they look at us, our graduates, we can assure them that we are producing highly competent, innovative, and values-driven technologians.
Of course. I think these gentlemen here really deserves a big round of applause. Let's give them another big round of applause. There you have it. Thank you so much for answering the warm-up questions. So at this point, I think you are all ready, and I think you are feeling relaxed right now. So I think we're ready to start with the questions from our friends from the media. So who would like to ask the first question? Let's start the ball rolling. Who would like to ask the first question? We have, okay, sir.
Hello, good morning. I'm Sean from the Technology and Student Press. And I only have one question for every one of you. So my question is, aside from focusing on your academics, when you were still students, what other engagements did you do in order to contribute to your holistic growth as a person?
Thank you, Sean, for that wonderful question. When I was still a student, it was really my mantra to not only focus on the academics, as I have mentioned in my speech during Parangal, that I would want myself to be molded holistically. So that's why when I was still an undergraduate student, I was involved in the Technology and Student Press. I served as the news editor and the associate editor internal. And I was also with the CIT University Debate Society. I was also with the Pearl Learning Program, which really molded me into enhancing my academic skills and by helping others. And I was also part of Cebu Young Leaders and the Ayala Young Leaders Congress. So, because for me, I think the board examination was not really just an academic preparation. It's also always about your psychological and emotional stability, your preparation. As what Sir Basi said, he even told me to minimize Facebook activities because it might affect my emotional stability. So yeah, it was not just an academic preparation as well, but an holistic development, especially that CIT University really provides different avenues for individuals to prepare himself or herself in different aspects, especially, for example, Mathematician of the Year, as I said earlier, per learning program, the Gavel Club, and any others. And that's why I'm thankful for CIT University for the opportunities that we're given. Thank you, ma'am.
Who would like to answer who would like to answer next? The same question, right, Mr.
The same
Yeah.
question.
The same question. Who would like to? Okay.
Thank you for the question. When I was in college, I try to keep things balanced. To be honest, I don't usually study. I only study during exams. I don't know, but that's coming from me. I don't know. But yes, I like to keep things balanced, and I do usual things like normal students do, like watch YouTube, watch the NBA, watch the Premier League football, and I am ashamed to say that much of my time is spent on social media again. So, when it comes to exams, I really try to do my best and study hard.
That's great. So next, who would like to answer the question? Okay.
Just like Mr. Sina, I also have my hobbies, just like watching NBA and following my favorite team. But I was part of Supreme Student Government for 2 years under Kuya Melvin and Kuya Mark. And I am also engaged in the church, like I was part of Singles for Christ, and yeah, that's pretty much.
That's pretty much it.
Yes, out of four of us in here, I think I am the one who has the least engagement in activities in school. Yes, that's true. I just enjoyed during my college life. The only organization that I was in is the robotics club in the enemy department. Even in that club, I was only a member. However, during the review, I was serious because I want to pass or give pride to our school, to CIT, and to my parents also, that has sacrificed a lot for me during my studies. So that's.
Thank you so much for your answers. Okay, was their answers okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we will proceed to the next question.
Good morning, I'm Annie from ABS. Siguro just for the top one, for Lester, can you share to us, to everybody, what's your secret and then what's next for being the king of engineers? What's next after CIT and topping the exam?
Thank you. I call her Ate because both of us were alumni of Ayala Young Leaders Congress. In fact, before the result came out, we had dinner together with our colleagues. So thank you, Ate, for that very wonderful question. So for me, I think there's no really magical secret behind becoming a top-notcher. In fact, for me, I think that I really did not. I think for me, I believe that I really did not have that hidden intellectual talent. That is why I'm very studious, because I think really hard work beats talent. That's why I always practice, because I think for me, I think I'm not as gifted as other students. That is why I always practice. I always become consistent in trying to cope up with different lessons. So I think it's more about on consistency, especially in preparation for the board exam, not losing your momentum, because 4 months is very long. It's a very long waiting time for the board examination. So I think for anyone who's preparing for the board examination, it's all about not losing the momentum and trying to study smartly and wisely, because not all of those topics will eventually come out in the board examination. So you need to balance out those things that would make you pass the board exam and would make you top the board exam. And the other question, what's next for me? As for now, before the results came out, it was really my dream to pursue career in research and development. Also, I had planned on becoming a UST scholar for the masters, but for now, I think I'll still weigh in the possible opportunities that may come, and hopefully I'll be guided properly on what career path or what professional professional career path to choose. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Engineer Lester. Okay, that's okay. Who would like to ask the next question?
Hi, I'm Aimee from CDN Digital. I'm just gonna ask, did you aim to be part of the top-notchers? And if so, who do you thank this moment for? Like, who supported you and who you would want to say thank you? Aside from your family and the school, of course.
Thank you. Yes, I really aim to be a top-notcher, but sometimes the hunger will fade. But because of discouragement from other smarter people, yeah, I'm discouraged. But but eventually, I did it, and I would like to give thanks to my housemates, and because they were there for me through the review, and to my girlfriend for being there for me. Thank you.
So we have the girlfriend, we have the girlfriend, and the housemates. Who would like to answer next?
As for my part, I aim for the top-notcher, but when it comes to percentage, maybe I can tell about 20%, just 20%. Because I know for myself that I am not that like a genius student, unlike some like them. I was the least. I'm not so confident about myself. I have some doubt, maybe I can pass, but as for my part, it is hard for me to top the board exam, but I tried myself to study, to persevere even, in order to have myself maybe at the same level or maybe at the same tier as them. So I was able to achieve it, fortunately. Thank God.
Yes, thank God.
I started from day one, so I really aimed for being part of the top 10 because one of the reasons why I chose CIT is because when I entered CIT for the very first time, I saw the tarpaulin of Engineer Pame. So yeah, that was one of the reasons. So I just want to thank everyone, especially my parents, for the moral support, for the prayers, for my grandparents, for my cousins, for Debbie, my girlfriend, and my friends, especially my close friends, Paulo, Bob, Norbert, Rick, Franz, Nigel, and all my friends out there. So, and of course, I want to offer this success to God who guided me throughout this journey, starting from day one. So yeah, thank you. And thank you also to CIT.
Wow, that's really great. So they have their own set of inspiration. So it doesn't mean that you have to study only. You need not to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, as long as you can balance it. And as long as you have your housemates. Okay, so before we proceed to the next question, I would like to address this question to Engineer Base. Sir, how did the department assist the students during the review?
I think it's more on showing them moral support by giving them some short or brief talk, reminding them of who they are.
Yes.
Right? I told them, you are technologians. You are far better than the others. And you have to prove to the world that you are better than the others. So I believe that's a big factor. And some of members of faculty visited them as a group in the review center. And from time to time, we contact them and to say, how are you? How are you doing? Okay. So I think that counts a lot.
Yes, of course, moral support is really important, especially if they have an emotional pressure, emotional struggles in the preparation for the board exam, right?
I'd like also to mention that our administration is very supportive. Our president even challenged us that, what do you need? Let us know. So I think that's also a very big factor for that.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Engineer Bass. And this question goes to Dr. Evangelista, were you expecting to have, oh no, you were expecting these guys to, of course, the DOST scholars. And I would just like to ask, what would you like to say to all those students out there who would like to reach these stages or who would like to go as a top-notcher as well?
Okay. As the Dean of the College of Engineering and Architecture, every time that we honor top-notchers, no, and that's always most of the time, we always look into the scenario why they became top-notchers. So we always try to review the activities that they have so that we could really improve on. Now, in CIT University, we have so many activities wherein we would prepare these students to become top-notchers. And the one very incentive that we always, a motivation that I always say, especially in the first year, when we have this General Assembly on the first year, we always say, if you like your name to be part of this Hall of Fame, so please start even in the first year. Like the one said that starting day one, when you enter CIT University in the College of Engineering, you should always think already that you want to become top-notchers and you want your name or your face there be printed there in the tarpaulin. Especially now that we started already, it's the first time that we put already the top one. Because as of the moment, we have already 84 top one placers, not first placers for the whole, for all the board. CIT don't only excel in engineering. We have also top-notchers for nursing, for education, and architecture, so that and also accountancy, we have top one on accountancy. So it's not, CIT, I think, is not only known for, CIT tops again is not only for engineering and architecture, but for all the programs that we are offering. And CIT really have activities like the peer learning, which, although the objective of peer learning is really to help those who have problems, but peer learning, like Lester was a part of the peer learning sessions, that we would develop their talent to mentor. The fact that they are mentoring, that will also be part of the review of the fundamentals and the subjects that they have. They help the undergrad, the lower years. And in the same way, that will become a review, especially in mathematics and all the sciences and the foundation subjects. And we have also what we call as our mock board exams, wherein they are really, it's a simulated thing, wherein they really would have the experience of how it is when you are already there taking the board exam. And the experience that we have is always, if you pass the mock board exams that we have, 100% you will pass the licensure exam, because the exams that we have in the mock board are far, far harder than the exams. They can attest, all those who have taken the board exam, they can attest, and they go back to their teachers and they said, Ma'am, mas lisod pa man ang imong mock board kaysa among actual exam that we have in the board exam. So those are things and preparations that we really want. That it's not really that we want only top-notchers, but we always look into the passing percentage, We want everybody, we are looking forward, we have attained top-notchers, we are looking forward that when we graduate engineering and all the other great programs who have licensure exam, we are looking forward that when we graduate students, graduate them, they don't need review, then we will aiming now for 100% passing in the licensure examination. And that is our aim, and we have our Upland 101, and that's already a thing that we want to go into 100% passing and having a top-notcher for every licensure exam that CIT students, graduates will take.
That's great. Thank you so much, Dr. Evangelista. And that is for all the technologians out there. And I do believe that we still have questions.
I'm Yui Lenis from PTV. I would like to ask either Engineer Base or Dr. Evangeline, aside from the Wall of Fame na madawat nila, na ba sila yung madawat from school, house and lot? Thank you.
Now, actually, ever since, because I'm here only for 11 years because I came from another university. I was the dean there. But when I came here, and every time that we have top-notchers, the department who produces the top-notcher is also happy because the administration gives financial reward, no? And
How
if the
much- how much?
top-notchers, how much am I free to give the amount? We have the president
Or
here.
estimate.
It's enough to give a down payment for a house and lot. Actually, it's more than 1/4 of a million.
Each, ma'am. For each, ma'am.
No, we are each pro top-notcher, then top 1, then 2, then it's coming. The 10th place, that's 100,000. So you can just imagine how much is the top 1. The top 10 is 100,000, and as I've said, the department and the top-notcher is always happy because the department also will share 10% of the amount that is given to the top-notcher. And actually, I think it's not the money that the school is giving, but the honor that the school is given to them. They always are, we always honor them during an activity wherein we always announce, no, to the studentry of there being a top-notcher, and we always have after a mass, we always give them the hat, no, the cup. We give them the CIT Cup WildCats. If you are a top-notcher, what's the color? If you are top 1, it's the maroon, and then the red, and the other one. So, and the president will always give a laptop for in addition to the cash reward, no? And also, it's not their name will be immortalized in this particular wall, no? So, if you look at all of these are all top-notchers from 1 to 10. So every year we produce top-notchers. And it's not the amount and the cash award. I think the honor that CIT is giving the top-notchers is more than enough. And also, if you are top 1, Lester, your name there in the tarpaulin. Because in the top 10, if you are top 2 to 10, your tarpaulin will be there for as long as there is no new top-notcher. So that's why, I think the thing is, those who are there, the top 2 to 10, they will be, when the release of the board exam is, when the board examination is released, then they will say, hala, mawagtang naman akong naang dito. Okay, we always add, no? But it is always 10. But the top 1, I think it will take time, no? That their names will be there because it's really that difficult. But in fact, in spite of the difficulty of producing top 1, CIT University has produced already 84.
So that's it. 84 top-notchers. Would that satisfy our... Okay. Do we still have more questions? Okay, we have, okay. So thank you so much to our friends from the media for your questions, and to our top-notchers, to our chair, and to our dean for your answers as well, for your enlightening your answers for our viewers here today. And at this point, we will proceed to the next part of the program. And it is the name marking. Are you excited? Are you excited to put your nameplates on the Wall of Fame? Yes, they are very excited, everybody. So as you can see, we are in one of the most relevant places in CIT University, and it is the Wall of Fame. It is the wall where we can see the names of the top-notchers from the year 1946 up to the present. And since our 2019 King of Engineers and our top-notchers are all here, so we all get to witness this momentous event of having them put their nameplates on the Hall of Fame, on the Wall of Fame of CIT University. So I would like to call on Engineer Basse and Dean Evangelista to please do the honors of presenting the nameplates to our honorees. Do we have the nameplates here? Okay, so we start off with... Yes, of course. We would like to request the president of CIT University and also the vice president of the CIT Vice President of Academic Affairs. I am very sorry. So we have the top-notchers as well. So you go proceed with our dean and our chair together with the president and the vice president. So to start off with the top 10, we have Engineer Damasino Sarte Jr. Let's give him a big round of applause. He's going to put his nameplate on the Wall of Fame of CIT University. That is a history. There you have it. That is a scenic moment. It's a very memorable moment for everybody to put another name on the Wall of Fame. Okay. As we are preparing for the nameplates, I would like to thank the PTV, ABS-CBN, CDN, and the Technologian Student Press for being here to ask questions to our top-notchers and to our guests. Thank you so much. And we would also like to thank architect June S. Bayaton and the team from the library who prepared the stage and the preparations here today. Thank you so much for making this beautiful setup happen. It's really nice, it's really cozy, it's really warm. There you have it, and that was Engineer Damasino Sarte. Next in line, we have the top 7, Engineer Noel Christian de la Serna. It's your time to put your nameplate on the Wall of Fame. There you have it. There you go. We have next in line, the top 3, Engineer Reginald Luther Sinay. This is a very, very important moment for our top-notchers and for the university as well. There you go. And of course, our top one, Engineer Lester Toledo. Let's give them a big round of applause. They really deserve our support here today. Yes, he is also going to put, his name is already on the Wall of Fame for as the King of Engineers for 2019. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another round of applause for our top-notchers for the Mechanical Engineering Department and the College of Engineering and Architecture. Congratulations, everybody. There you have it. So you can go and have photo opportunities with our top-notchers and our admin as well. There you go. We would also like to thank our friends again from the media for coming over, and to all the men and women who collaborated and worked together for this PRESSCON to happen immediately. Thank you so much. And once again, I am Ian Inez, and I wish you a good morning. And also, I will say this because I am very proud. All hail and CIT tops again. Good morning and goodbye, and God bless you all.